Word to your mother, boys and girls. It's your boy Sniper Wes coming at you here from the oddsbreakers.com on Saturday, September 14th, 2024, with some more free plays for you guys here today. Your free plays today are going to be between the Cubs and the Rockies in Major League Baseball, along with a couple college football plays, actually three of them, South Carolina and LSU, Indiana, UCLA, and Washington State and Washington. My name is Sniper Wes. You can find me over at theoddsbreakers.com. Tons of content over there. They have a podcast, they have a newsletter, and they have a bunch of free picks and articles and all kinds of stuff that you can check out over there. And I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff with them very, very soon, including these videos here. So I'm happy to be aboard. And you can find me over at the Sniper Picks on X. And you can like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, as it does help our analytics as well. And I'm going to go ahead and get right into these free plays because time's a-wasting. So on Saturday night in Colorado, I am going to take the Cubs over the Rockies. Now, it's a little bit juicy, but, you know, sometimes the juice is worth the squeeze, and like the old-timers say, you don't pay juice if you win. So, hopefully we win. But you can get the Cubs about minus 150 over the Rockies. I like the Cubbies here. You get Taillon and Freeland. Taillon has a 2.29 ERA and .97 WHIP in his last three outings, which is really, really good. Freeland has a 4.97 ERA in total and 1.40 WHIP on the year. So, you know, it's not all that great, but he does pitch in Colorado, so you got to give him a little bit of credit. But the Cubs, I mean, they have a lot of motivation. This is a pure motivation play here because they're 5 games out of the last wild card spot. So if they make a push, they could potentially make the wild card. They have not given up hope on the season. I know that because they just played the Dodgers, and they played them tough, and the Dodgers are my team, and I watched all those games, and the Cubs are not going anywhere. They are still fighting for their life. So I'm going to take the Cubs. They have all the motivation, and the Cubs are actually 13-6 in their last 19 games, so they're playing very good baseball, and they're playing a pathetic Rockies team. So I'm going to take my chances. I'm going to lay the $1.50 and take the Cubs over the Rockies. Also, like South Carolina +6 over LSU, I think they're going to hang tough. College game day is going to be here at Williams-Brice Stadium in South Carolina, so it's going to be an electric atmosphere. Remember LSU, they had that USC loss on Labor Day, and they actually struggled against Nicholls State last week, too. They only won by 23. They were a 45-point favorite, and, you know, they didn't win by all that much. Maybe they just didn't really care about the game. I get it. It's an FCS school. But the Gamecocks, they come off a win over Kentucky 31-6, so they look pretty good. You know, they're an underdog at home here, so it'd be a huge win for the program if they could beat LSU outright. LSU, they've won the last 5 head-to-head contests also, so the Gamecocks have a ton of revenge here. The line's actually ticking towards South Carolina. I actually bet this at +7 last night. I'm giving it to you at +6 right now. That's kind of, you know, that's all about CLV, closing line value. If you can bet these games early, it's a really good thing. You get an extra point in your back pocket, but I'm still going to give it out +6 here on the video. I think the Gamecocks are going to hang tough. Like Indiana, -3.5 over UCLA. Same story here. CLV, I got a -3 yesterday, and they're -3.5 now. Still going to give them out because I think they're going to roll games at the Rose Bowl. But it might as well be a neutral site, right? I mean, UCLA, like, nobody shows up to their home games. There's probably going to be more Indiana Hoosier fans here than UCLA fans, which is pretty sad. UCLA beat Hawaii and Boise State pretty convincingly. These programs have actually never played each other. It's the first head-to-head matchup. But obviously they're both in the Big Ten now, so they're going to be seeing a lot of each other in the future. But Indiana, I mean, so far they're averaging 557 yards a game. Granted, one of those games was against an FCS team. It was against WIU. They won 77-3. So, I mean, you can take that with a grain of salt, really. But they can still move the ball, and I really like their coaching staff. They ran the ball for 234 yards versus FIU, who's, you know, a decent college football team. So they can run the ball, and I think they're going to do that against UCLA. So I like the Hoosiers here in Pasadena. Also, your final lean is going to be Washington and Washington State and Washington under 54 in the Apple Cup. So both these teams here are 2-0. Obviously, Washington State is still in the pack. It's the Pac-2, maybe soon to be the Pac-6 with the additions of the other schools. I think Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, San Diego State are going to be joining the pack. So maybe it'll be the 6-pack soon, right? But for now, it's the Pac-2. Washington State's in the pack still. Washington has since moved conferences, and both these teams are 2-0. But both have played nobody so far, as I stated. Washington has a really good defense. They have trouble moving the ball. This game's going to be at Lumen Field where the Seahawks play, so it's going to be, you know, kind of like a playoff atmosphere because it's an NFL stadium. These players get jacked up to play in NFL stadiums. But the weather is going to be a factor. It's in Seattle, and believe it or not, in Seattle it does rain, and there's going to be some rain in this game, and there's supposed to be 8-mile-an-hour winds too, which could affect the passing game. And despite that, I mean, I like the defenses here in this game anyway, so I was kind of leaning under, but with the weather, I kind of like the under even more. And I'm going to roll with the under 54, again, closing line value. I got this at 55.5 yesterday. It's already down 1.5 points from yesterday. So I'm still going to give it out. I think it's still good. All these lines I told you that move, they're probably going to move even more. So if you get them in now, you'll probably get some good value. Let's go ahead and recap. I like the Cubs minus 150 over the Rockies. I like South Carolina plus 6 over LSU. I like Indiana minus 3.5 over UCLA. And I like Washington State and Washington under 54. That's going to be your free play video today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoy it. Hope you're doing something fun this weekend. Like I said, sun's out, guns out for the weekend. Hopefully we have a good day betting college football. If you want to check out my premium plays, you can do so over at the Odds Breakers or Picks and Parlays or Winners and Winers. My name is Sniper Wes. Follow me on Twitter at @TheSniperPicks. Like and subscribe to this YouTube channel as it does help our analytics. And I will see you guys Sunday for some NFL, and I'll see you later. Peace out.